Have you ever wondered what your houseplant is really doing all day? While it might look like it's just sitting there, quietly soaking up the sun, there's actually a world of activity happening in every leaf and root. Plants are constantly working, growing, and even communicating in ways we're only beginning to understand. Sure, plants are pretty and clean our air, but what if they could do something even more amazing, like charge your phone? Imagine plugging your device into a pot of soil and watching the battery fill up, all thanks to the green power of your favorite fern or succulent. It sounds wild, but the idea of plants as living power stations is gaining ground. It sounds like science fiction, but it's a real field of research. Across the globe, scientists are experimenting with ways to tap into the natural energy plants produce every day. They're asking, can we harness the invisible power flowing through roots and leaves? Scientists are exploring how plants could become a new source of clean energy. By connecting electrodes to the soil or even directly to the plant, they're capturing tiny electrical currents generated during photosynthesis and other natural processes. This could open up a whole new way to power our world. Unlike wind turbines or solar farms, plants are everywhere, quietly working in our parks, forests, and backyards. They don't need massive installations or special locations. The potential is all around us, woven into the very fabric of our daily lives. Imagine cities where trees power streetlights, or remote villages using crops to run schools and clinics. In places where traditional electricity is hard to come by, plant power could be a game changer, bringing light and energy to communities in need. This isn't just a dream, it's a future researchers are working toward by studying the energy-making process inside every green leaf. By unlocking the secrets of photosynthesis, they hope to mimic or even improve on nature's own designs. We'll uncover how plants make food from sunlight, and how scientists are trying to turn that process into electricity. The journey from sunlight to sugar is one of nature's most incredible tricks, and now it could inspire a revolution in renewable energy. We'll look at real experiments and ask, could this technology change our world? What challenges remain, and how close are we to seeing plant-powered devices in our homes and cities? Get ready to see the plants around you in a whole new, powerful light. The next time you water your garden or walk through a park, you might just be looking at the future of energy. Let's dig into the future of green energy and discover how the humble plants in your garden could help power a cleaner, brighter tomorrow. Imagine a world where your phone could be powered by a simple houseplant. To see how a plant could power a device, we first need to look closely at the incredible process that happens inside every green leaf. This process is called photosynthesis, and it's the secret behind how plants capture and use the sun's energy. Without it, life as we know it simply wouldn't exist. Think of a leaf as a tiny natural solar panel, one that's been perfected by evolution over millions of years. Each leaf is designed to catch sunlight and turn it into energy the plant can use. The main ingredients for this process are sunlight, water, and carbon dioxide. These simple elements come together to fuel the plant's growth and survival. The plant absorbs water from the soil through its roots, drawing it up like a straw to every cell. At the same time, tiny pores on the leaves, called stomata, allow carbon dioxide from the air to enter. Inside each leaf cell are chloroplasts, packed with green chlorophyll. These act like microscopic power stations, capturing sunlight and starting the magic. When sunlight hits the chlorophyll, it triggers a complex chemical reaction. Water and carbon dioxide are transformed into sugar, which stores energy, and oxygen, which is released into the air. The sugar produced is stored energy, fueling the plant's growth, repair, and reproduction. It's like a battery that the plant can tap into whenever it needs. Meanwhile, the oxygen released is essential for animals and humans to breathe, making plants vital to all life on Earth. Every green leaf is a miniature biological factory, working tirelessly to turn sunlight into usable energy, day after day. This process forms the foundation of nearly every food chain and ecosystem, supporting life from the smallest insect to the largest animal. It's a constant, quiet miracle happening all around us, whether in a dense forest, a city park, or a potted plant on your windowsill. Now, scientists are asking an exciting question. Can we harness this natural energy for our own technology? Could the same process that powers a tree also power our devices? Researchers are experimenting with ways to tap into the plant's own energy production, using electrodes and innovative materials to capture tiny electrical currents. This is the driving force behind a new wave of green technology, one that could lead to sustainable, plant-powered devices in the future. Let's dive deeper and see exactly how this remarkable process might one day help power our world. Plants are nature's original solar panels. Every day, they capture sunlight and use it to make food through photosynthesis. In this process, plants actually produce more sugar than they need for their own growth and survival. The extra sugar doesn't go to waste. It's sent down to their roots, deep into the soil, where it becomes a valuable resource for the underground ecosystem. In the rich, dark soil, countless bacteria and microorganisms eagerly consume these sugars. As they break down the plant's leftovers, they release electrons as a byproduct of their metabolism. Electricity, at its core, is simply the movement of electrons. So, in a fascinating way, plants and soil bacteria are already creating tiny, invisible electrical currents beneath our feet, an underground network of energy that's been there all along. Scientists, inspired by this natural process, wondered, could we capture these electrons and turn them into usable electricity? That's where the microbial fuel cell comes in, a device designed to harvest this hidden energy. The microbial fuel cell has two main parts: an anode, which is buried near the roots to collect electrons from the bacteria, and a cathode, which sits above the soil to complete the circuit. A wire connects the anode and cathode, allowing the electrons to travel from the soil up through the wire, just like in a regular battery. As these electrons flow through the wire, they generate an electric current, a real, measurable flow of energy that we can use. This current is small, but it's enough to power tiny devices, like an LED light, a sensor, or even a small environmental monitor. The best part? The plant isn't harmed at all. It keeps growing, photosynthesizing, and sharing its extra energy with the soil community. In this living power system, the plant, soil, bacteria, and electrodes all work together. It's a partnership between nature and technology, creating a sustainable source of clean energy. This hidden energy source has been under our feet all along, quietly waiting to be discovered and put to use. Now, scientists and engineers are working to turn this breakthrough into real-world technology, improving the efficiency, scaling up the systems, and finding new ways to use plant power in our daily lives. So, what does a plant battery actually look like in action? Let's take a closer look at this remarkable innovation and see how it's bringing the science of nature into the future of energy. A plant battery isn't like the ones you buy at the store. It's a living system. The plant, soil, bacteria, and electrodes all work together to generate electricity. The plant photosynthesizes, sends sugars to its roots, and bacteria break them down, releasing electrons. The anode collects these electrons, which travel through a wire to the cathode, creating electricity. As long as the plant is healthy, the process is self-sustaining. Unlike solar panels, plant batteries can work day and night, thanks to stored energy and ongoing soil activity. They're decentralized, biodegradable, and don't harm the plant. In fact, some studies suggest the system might even benefit plant health. It's a truly green technology working in harmony with nature. Imagine a world where every garden or park is a tiny power plant. The possibilities are just beginning. But how does this work in practice? This isn't just theory. Companies like Planty in the Netherlands are already building plant-powered systems. In 2014, they lit up a bike path with over 300 LED streetlights powered by living plants. Their system uses microbial fuel cells in wetlands or rice paddies, connecting many modules to generate usable electricity. They've even created kits for schools and pots that power small lights from a single houseplant. Scientists are testing which plants and soils work best, and developing better electrodes with materials like carbon nanotubes. Real-world experiments are crucial for understanding the technology's potential and limits. While the power is still small, these tests prove the concept works. It's the first step toward a new kind of green energy. As plant power technology grows, new uses are emerging. Low-power devices in remote areas, like environmental sensors, could run on the plants they monitor, creating self-sustaining networks. In agriculture, smart sensors powered by crops could help farmers manage water and fertilizer more efficiently. Rice paddies could generate electricity for pumps or lights, helping rural communities. In cities, imagine parks and green roofs that power Wi-Fi or phone chargers. Living buildings could generate some of their own energy, blending technology and nature. While we're far from powering homes with houseplants, plant power could be part of a diverse, renewable energy mix. It's ideal for small, decentralized needs, bringing green energy to every corner. The future is about integrating technology with living systems. The possibilities are just starting to bloom. Plant power is incredibly eco-friendly. It removes carbon dioxide from the air and produces clean electricity with no pollution. The main components, plants, soil, and water, are natural and biodegradable. Plants are everywhere, making this a decentralized energy source. It could bring power to the billion people without reliable electricity, right where it's needed. Plant batteries blend into landscapes, encouraging more green spaces in cities. More plants mean cleaner air, more biodiversity, and healthier environments. The systems are low maintenance and long-lasting, as long as the plant is healthy. No moving parts, no toxic waste, just a living, self-renewing power source. It's a technology that makes our world greener and more beautiful. Plant power could be a key part of our sustainable energy future. Plant power is promising, but there are real challenges. The biggest is low power output. A square meter of plants can only power a few LEDs or slowly charge a phone. Efficiency, reliability, and cost all need improvement. The system depends on healthy plants and stable conditions, which can be affected by weather, pests, or drought. Advanced electrodes are expensive, and scaling up requires many units. We also need to study long-term effects on soil and ecosystems. Overcoming these hurdles is the focus for researchers. With innovation, plant power could become a practical reality. Could a plant charge your phone? Someday, yes. By partnering with nature, we're creating clean, sustainable energy. The journey is just beginning, with experiments proving the concept and improving the technology. The future could see cities and homes powered in harmony with living systems. Every plant becomes a symbol of untapped potential. With more research and care, this green energy revolution can grow. The seeds are planted. Now it's up to us to help them thrive. The power for a sustainable future is, quite literally, in our roots.